What's up, Jamers? It's the One Jame, and today is our first ever episode of our cross-format cup, where we pit all of the best decks in Magic the Gathering Arena history up against each other in a big old tournament and see which one comes out on top. Today, we're playing RAKDOS Aggro from 2018, winning the Pro Tour against Temur Marvel, two stacked standard powerhouses battling against each other, and we're going to have a whole tournament bracket, and I'll show you what that is. But for right now, here's the deck list of RAKDOS Aggro. This is a aggressively slanted RAKDOS deck based around being a mono-red deck, but it does splash black for Cut to Ribbons and Scrappy Scrounger to be able to bring this card back out of the graveyard. We have Glorybringer, Rekindling Phoenix, one of my favorite cards of all time, and Chandra, Torch of Defiance here at the top end, with Goblin Chainwhirler, Unlicensed Disintegration. Hopefully you love this deck and you played this deck or you hated playing against it back in Standard in 2018. And we have our sideboard here. We're going to be playing one best of five match against each other, and then we'll pit other decks against each other for best of fives as well and see what comes out on top. So hopefully you like this content. Hopefully you're here for that. If you do like it, click that like button, hit the subscribe button for more cross-format cup. But I'm going to show you the deck I'm playing against today. I'm playing against Temur, Aetherworks, Marvel, here from 2017. 2017 versus 2018, squaring up against each other. This is going to be a deck based around this card. If you haven't seen this before, it is whenever a permanent you control is put into a graveyard, you get an energy, which you can use to use other abilities. And then you can tap this and pay 6 energy at instant speed to look at the top 6 cards of your library, and you can cast any spell from among them without paying their mana cost. We have Ulamog, Ceaseless Hunger, which still gets its cast trigger off of this. So turn 4 Ulamog is what we're trying to accomplish here. I'll be playing against this, and hopefully I don't get Ulamog on turn 4. But this is the Pro Tour Standard deck in 2017 that ended up, I believe, getting second place in the Pro Tour. But we are... we do have a couple of concessions for cards that we can't play. There is Briarbridge Tracker here instead of the other tracker that's better. That was played in that format, but it's not on Arena. There are other cards like Lumbering Falls that's not on Arena. So we have Hall of the Storm Giants and Castle Garenbrig, things like that, and Lair of the Hydra in order to get the closest possible card to fill that slot. There's also cards like there's also a card in this deck that is Kozilek's Return. So I'm replacing that with Crush the Weak here in the main deck and sideboard. So it's not 100% what it was, but it's the best we can do on Arena. So hopefully you're here for the content. If you like it, please like the video and subscribe, as I already said before. And let's go ahead and get into the first Cross-Bandless Cup match. Temur Marvel in 2017 against RAKDOS Aggro in 2018. And it all starts right now. We have a pretty good opening hand here. So we're going to keep this. Goblin Chainwhirler, Pinot Noir, Chandra. Did I say Nawari? Noir? Chandra. This is Canyon Slew. I looked up the pronunciation of this card before we started this. It's either Slough, which is another word for like a snake skin shedding. But the way to pronounce this as like a boggy creek, which is what's shown in this land, it is Slew or Slough, depending on where you come from. So there's 3 ways to pronounce this. We have a Tune with Aether, which is one of the major cards in the deck. This card ended up actually getting banned in that standard. So you go Mountain, and then we hold up a Braid for a potential 2-mana creature. I don't even know if that deck plays any 2-mana creatures, to be honest. It's like Rogue Refiner and things in the deck. Alright, we go Dragon Skull Summit. Since we have this Mountain, comes in untapped. That's 3 red. So let's go ahead and play Pinot Noir or Goblin Chainwhirler. This deck does play Censor, so we're going to have to play around that. Pinot Noir says a creature gets +1/+1/0 till end of turn. A little bit of a worse creature than Goblin Chainwhirler, since that is that 3/3 first strike, and Rogue Refiner does have 3 power. So first strike's going to be really relevant. So I think I'm just going to put up the Pinot Noir right now and see if it gets censored. Alright, no censor. This does make a 1/1 Doctor token. Harness Lightning. This will let them get 3 energy and pay any amount of energy to go ahead and destroy a creature. But I do get a 1/1 in response, so that's pretty cool. We do have our one of Goblin, Glorybringer in our hand to be able to slam in there. Rogue Refiner. This does... They had to pay 1 energy for Aether Hub, and then Rogue Refiner gives them back 2 energy. That is a 4 energy. They need 6 energy to use the other thing. Goblin Chamber is a little bit weird right now. I kind of like Scrap Heap Scrounger plus a Braid, but I want to keep a Braid for the Aetherworks Marvel. This is actually a very interesting turn. I think I'm just going to go like Chandra minus on Rogue Refiner, because I don't really want to kill anything else outside of like a Whirler Virtuoso. And then next turn I can plus Chandra to guaranteed cast Glorybringer if I really want to. Maybe I'll do that if I have an untapped land, so I can cast Glorybringer plus keep a mana up for Scrap Heap Scrounger. Now, playing against this deck's really weird because they can just go into Aetherworks Marvel and use it immediately. This is actually really good here. This allows me to plus here, play this untapped land, play Glorybringer. And then I'll go ahead and kill that Rogue Refiner. Alright. And then we'll hold up a Braid for a potential Aetherworks Marvel here. They can't use this since they have 5 energy. So it would be a really good Braid. Third Rogue Refiner. I think there might be just setting up the 6 energy and haven't been able to do that yet. This is a card that gives them 6 energy in total. Have to pay 3 mana to gain 3 life, but it gains 3 life a couple times. So this card is one of the most important pieces against us because it does gain so much life. Pinalar. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and add mana again. I feel like I always want to keep up a Braid here. So we'll go with Chain Whirler. And Scrap Heap Scrounger and hold up a Braid, I think. I don't think I attack with my 1/1 here, because in case they have another Harness Lightning for Goblin Chain Whirler, this can't block, so they get to kill my Chandra. I don't want Chandra to die. That would be an actual travesty. Alright. Rogue Refiner getting in. Probably going to stay back, though. They don't have... Interesting. One thing this deck can do, actually, is just hard cast Ulamog. Alright, another Abrade. That makes me happy. Alright. So we can plus Chandra and then hold up double Abrade? I think I like that. And then... I mean, I can even say that this can't block. But I can also kill it with Glorybringer. I think I'm going to kill it with Glorybringer. And the attack is safe because I can't boot up the Hall of Storm Giants, which would be Lumbering Falls. They will go to 19 off the Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot. Glimmer of Genius, that gives them Scry 2, Draw 2, get 2 energy. And Pinalar can sacrifice Scrap Heap Scrounger, and then you can bring Scrap Heap Scrounger back. But right now, we don't have to use that since we have the Glorybringer here. I'd rather not sacrifice this yet. Alright, is it relevant to abrade this Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot? They would go to 8. Probably not relevant to abrade that, since they do play Censor. And if they go Marvel, Censor, and I abrade this, they can censor the abrade. I could just get wrecked by freaking... Oh, they're gonna gain 6? I might be able to win with the Chandra plus deal 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 10, 11... I don't think that was game. Since Puzzle Knot does gain 3 life twice. Oh, they'd only be able to go to 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then damage here. Alright, this is a good curve. I do want to get the Soul Scar Mage down on turn 1 out, rather than putting this out on turn 2. I guess I can still put that in on turn 2, but then I don't have a turn 3 play. Unless I draw a land for turn. Puzzle Knot? That's huge. Karazev. That's a much better turn 2 play than Heart of Kiran, so I think I'm doing that. I could have gone Heart of Kiran and that buffs the Skullscar Mage for prowess. But I think this is just better here. Tomb with Aether, after it plays the land, gets a green source. Five energy already. That's a land. Now, the question is, do we go Heart of Kiran here, plus tap land, or do we play, like, Chainwhirler or something? I think I'm going Heart of Kiran plus tap land because they could have Censor, and I'd rather get the prowess if they have the Censor, and then these don't get censored. Okay. Go, Ragavan, go. Could be Harness Lightning. Shielded Aether Thief. Flash, whenever it blocks, you get an energy, and then you can tap it and pay 3 to draw a card, but it is a 0/4 blocker. This is a sideboard card that was played in that deck for sure. Let's see. Now they can just go land, Marvel, and then win the game. If they have Marvel, they could get Ulamog. Oh god! Here we freaking go! Please don't get Ulamog. Please don't get Ulamog. Please don't get Ulamog. Don't you dare. Alright. They didn't slam Ulamog, so hopefully they didn't get it. Alright, they're not slamming it. That can only mean positive things for us, but they are at 19 life with an Aetherworks Marvel. I'm going to need to draw on a Braid right now. But what's good is I can go Chainwhirler. Oh, they got the Harness Lightning. I can go Chainwhirler and then crew the Chainwhirler with the Heart of Kiran. Crew the Heart of Kiran with the Chainwhirler, I should say. The Pioneer can make the Shielded Aether Thief not block. Or I could just go Rekindling Phoenix and save Chainwhirler for like a Whirler Virtuoso. Like, Pinot Noir means that Shielded Aether Thief can't block, which means they can't get an energy. Right now, they can't get back to 6. Well, I guess they can't block anyway, right? Because it says Menace. But they can block the Ragavan. That's fair. So I think we should go... This is interesting. Just not attack with Karazev? Because if they have an Aether Hub, then they get another Marvel look. I'm not going to give them the out to have the Aether Hub. Ha! Yes! Wow! Oh my god! Insane! Oh, they had it! Wow. Alright, there's the tracker. Alright. Land. So now they can get up to 5, and if one of these dies, they get 1. I think we're just gonna go with just attacking through the air. And just not attack with this anymore. Our artifact creature gets +1/+0. So I can use this to crew. Ooh, Dissenter's Deliverance. I can sacrifice this to say that something can't block. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Sacrifice an artifact. This can't block. Sacrifice an artifact. This can't block. And then we can get in with Karazev and Rekindling Phoenix here. Down to 8. Can they get Marvel? They can, actually. They're planning on doing it at instant speed. They can Puzzle Knot for 3 energy. This says whenever a permanent is put into a graveyard, which includes tokens, right? So they can use this and crack the token and use the Marvel to, in combat, Ulamog us. Very interesting. I think I'm just attacking with the Phoenix here. Alright, I have to hope they don't get Ulamog here. Hopefully they just drew it. Don't you dare. They took it. Gotta play it to apply the pressure that hopefully if they have Ulamog they still can't win. Maybe? Oh my gosh, they didn't do it. Wow. Must not know it's instant speed? Oh gosh, they got it. Ow. Alright, I need to top deck Angrath. I need Angrath or Doomfall. No, Doomfall doesn't work because it makes them sacrifice a creature, so they just sacrifice the tracker. Crush the weak. Ouch. Alright. That's not Angrath. Interesting. Now we have to survive 2 attacks from Ulamog. Destroying that artifact. Yep. This was played in the deck because of the mirror match. But it also happens to work against us. Oh no, it exiled our Angrath. What else did it exile? It did not exile our Doomfall. We'll block here. But Doomfall, they just sacrificed the tracker, so it doesn't matter. This needs to be the only creature on board for it to matter. Glorybringer? Close. Real close. Hopefully they don't have Harness Lightning. No exert, just attack. Glimmer. Maybe I side in more Glorybringers for game 3. Double top. You hate to see it. Alright. Go to the opponent. What did you double top? Cycle Deliverance. Is there a puzzle knot? There is a puzzle knot. Wow. Alright. I don't know what can get me out of this now. I can draw Shock. They can whiff on Marvel, and I can draw Shock. I did not see any of my 4 Abrades in the deck. I have 5 cards left. That block didn't matter. I could have just not blocked, but these things block it anyway. Alright, whiff on Marvel, draw Shock. Actually, if they Marvel, they can go to 8, so I actually have to top deck another Glorybringer. They have to whiff and have to top deck Glorybringer. Listen, I've won with top decking Glorybringer before. And I'm not afraid to do it again. Oh no, I can't do it anymore. Wow, I can't top deck Glorybringer anymore. That gains a lot of life. Rekindling Phoenix. It's not going to do it. Yep. No way to draw cards, die from deck out. Well, it's still not an amazing hand, but it's better than the last one. I think Angrath is probably better than Glorybringer. Also, I only have one Ingrath in the deck. And I have multiple Glorybringers. Wilmot Courier is a good start. A shock. Oh, they said, oops, they thought Castle Garenberg was going to come in untapped. They have like a Tomb with Aether or something. Looks like a Harness Lightning. This is my only threat, though, which is really scary. I don't think I'm discarding my hand. We can kill Rogue Refiner with this. Yep. No Puzzle Knot's good for me. Alright, do nothing. I did trim some of my threats, but... Alright, here we go. Hopefully I don't just have, like, a bunch of Harness Lightnings in hand. Glimmer. Pretty good. So right now we have all the cards that we wish we had last game. But we just don't have enough power on board. Hopefully flash in the Aether Thief. Puzzle Knot. Interesting. If we get Harness Lightning here, it's going to be real bad for us. This deck is supposed to have one single, like, Swamp in the side deck to bring in when you bring in Ingrath and 5-drops. But for some reason, Arena only lets you have 7 cards in your sideboard. And it randomly takes out cards in your sideboard when you go to best of 3 in a direct challenge like this. And the card that it randomly took out was a Swamp. And I really want the Swamp here, because obviously I'm stuck on lands. Is Arena messing up here? I can't... Choose attackers. I already chose my attacker. Okay, wow, that took forever. Come on, Karazev, you can do it. Come on, Ragavan. That's our Harness Lightning. Am I breading the Puzzle Knot? Probably not. Get it? Probably not. Alright, so here we go. Marvel can potentially get Ulamog, which blows me out. Bristling Hydra. Yeah, that thing can get out of hand. You can pay 3. to give it hexproof. I think I just have to braid that or else I'll lose to it, and then make them pay the 3 and give it hexproof, and then cut it next turn. And then make them pay it again. This is not a winning proposition for me. Like, if we're at this part in the game and they're at 19 life, there's just, like, no coming back from this. Well, there's our 5th land. So I can, like, a braid plus shock this? I'm just getting bamboozled by this bristling hydra. Like, Angrath can gain control of it, but, like, that's not good. I think I'll just pass, and then plan to a braid plus shock it. There's no way I win this. They have to take the 3 instead of using the ability right now. Okay. Well, no, it's not going to matter. It didn't even matter if I had 2 shocks there, because then they could just sack the other puzzle knot. So, getting sold by Hydra. Yep. Alright, in game number 4, we are on the play. Mulligan here. That's a good hand. Keep our 1-mana thread. I think I'm putting back the PNLR. Gonna keep all the lands because we are on the Angrath game plan here. Firebluff Canal. That's a good land. So we can just like play Dragon Soul Summit and cycle this land this turn. Since we drew another land. And then we'll play Goblin Chainwhirler next turn. Harness Lightning, maybe? Chandra, perfect. Glorybringer. Alright, now I wish I didn't now I wish I didn't do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and go in with Bomat Courier. Alright, we can abrade this. But I don't think I want to. Aether Thief is coming in clutch here. Puzzle Knot. Alright, land for Chandra, please. One time. Never lucky. Unfortunately, if I attack, they block, they go to 6, they play Marvel, they win the game. So I don't even think I can attack, which is really bad for me. So I think I just have to attack and hope they don't have Marvel. If I'm not attacking in this matchup, I'm definitely losing. They can tap the Aether Thief to draw a card right now. We'll see if they do that. Okay, that means they don't actually have it, which is good for me. I could potentially discard my hand to draw 4. Could be good since I can't cast my spells. Maybe he has Marvel but doesn't have a land? Okay. I'm going to my turn? Another Bomat Courier. This could actually be good, right? Because I can discard my hand for a Duress. Because I need to get the Marvel out of their hand, right? Well, they probably didn't have Marvel, right? Because they didn't do it last turn. Because they decided to draw a card. They can just go crack the Puzzle Knot, go to 7, cast Marvel, win the game. I think I just have to attack them, though. So if I do this and they kill one of my couriers, I can do the courier loop thing, which discards courier for cost. The Harness Lightning. Sure. Which means they're going down to 4 energy, which is not enough for Marvel. So that's good for me. Six cards under courier. Puzzle Knot. Gosh, that card's annoying. Am I using these carriers? I think I am. I'm gonna go full control. And then do this one as well. It's a lot of lands. Probably cycling this. Because if they go Marvel now, that's a Hydra. That card's really good. Does have first strike, though. The cut rip? That's a cut. You guys should just play, like, go Angrath and keep plussing it. It's like, Hydra's a real problem.
Ever seen water burn? You will. No.
Okay, maybe they have an answer to Chain Whirler, which is the reason why they're buffing the Hydra now. Discards Ulamog. So if they have another Harness Lightning, they can kill Angrath and Chain Whirler. And I think at this point I'm just protecting Angrath, because I lose to Bristling Hydra anyway. This pays 3 mana to put a counter and hexproof on. Alright, so I'll just cut this now and make them use the mana. Then I'll double Scrap Heap. That does make me get rid of my Angrath, though, because they can just kill it. Which is unfortunate.
No fire, no.
Wow, this card's, like, extremely insane. Alright, if there's a Crush to weak, then we're, like, literally destroyed. Can't block with Scrap Heap's Conjure anyway. Oh god. They can't use it this turn. Well, now they can. Alright, how about we don't get Ulamog off this? Torrential Gear Hulk, which would get back Limmer of Genius. Or Harness Lightning. Pretty good. I don't think there's any way I can pressure... Any way that this is going to be pressuring this deck enough. Phoenix is good, but it's not good enough, I don't think. Like, I can do this, and then one gets blocked, and then I can bring it back. I mean, so you're saying there's a chance. Rekindling Phoenix can stonewall the Bristling Hydra, but is that going to be good enough? Aetherworks Marvel can go off every single turn from here on out, I think. Because, like, sack the Puzzle Knot, go to 6. We are definitely blocking. Get the totem. Now, this can get Harness Lightning. It got an Ulamog. Of course it did. There might have been a reason why this was banned in Standard. Marvel, Rogue Refiner, and a Tomb with Aether were both banned in Standard. Why couldn't I use this Grounder? Did I not have a creature in the graveyard? Is this only a sorcery ability? Oh, it's 2 mana to do that. Oh, I thought it was 1. Okay, unfortunate. Alright, well this might be a quick win for the Aetherworks Marvel Ulamog deck. Because this deck is considered like one of the best Standard decks of all time. We go to 1. Oh, they had lethal. The Hydra was lethal. Well, Marvel gets to do its thing again. They've gained 3, 6, 9, 12 life in this game. Dissenters for extra love against my Scrap Heat Scrounger. And that'll do it. I'll go ahead and take the lethal blow here in Game 4. It only took 4 games for Marvel to beat Red-Black Aggro. We will definitely be seeing Red-Black Aggro in the future. All right, and that will do it. It only took 4 games, or yeah, 4. It only took 4 total games, right? Yeah, for Marvel to win this. We'll definitely be seeing more from this deck and more from the red-black aggro deck in the future. We'll be doing a whole entire tournament bracket with all of these decks. Thank you for hanging out. I don't know what the next one's going to be yet, but feel free to give this video a like, comment what decks you would like to see down in the comments in the future to face off against each other, whether they're against this deck that just won, or whether they're against the red-black aggro deck or some more decks for me to try. And feel free to give this channel a subscribe if you want to see my future videos of this type of content, and also my standard standard and other MTG Arena content that I already do as well. Feel free to check that out on the channel. And in the meantime, go ahead and check out my other stuff. I'll see you back here tomorrow. I do a video every day, or try to for the most part. I'll see you right over there in that next video. I'll see you next time for the next Cross Banlist Cup episode. See you next time. Peace.